it matters to me a lot to live in a beautiful place. The landscape is just fantastic. The natural history, the way the land's farmed is very traditional, and the community is very vibrant as well. It's a lovely mix of kind of farmers and dry stone wallers and gamekeepers and artists and craftspeople and writers and folks who do commute into Sheffield or Manchester and do sort of normal jobs. I have probably 100 or so tools that I've forged them all myself, and I know them all intimately. I know exactly what each one will do, and some of them I've had a long relationship with. Some of them I've had for 20 years or more, and they change through that time. When you sharpen them, then they get a little bit smaller, thinner. They go through the wood more easily. And a tool is at its best just the week before it finally breaks. They get thinner and thinner, they go through wood more and more easily, and then one day they break, and that's a very, very sad day. When I break one of my best tools, it's kind of a real wrench. The first direct evidence of a pole lathe like this is from the 12th century. There's illustrations from the 12th and 13th century wooden bowls. So from sort of 600 AD, 500-600 AD up until about 1600 AD, that's the heyday for wooden bowl turning. That's when everyone in Britain was eating from turned wooden bowls made on a pole lathe by turners long dead. And I can immediately see how those things were made, which the archaeologists know all sorts of things about them, but they don't have a deep understanding of the mechanics of how the things were made. And I can answer the lots of questions about how they were made, the sort of woodland that the trees grew in, all those sorts of questions, and it's amazing. It's like you can see the fingerprint of the person who made it on the wood. I've been teaching the craft of spoon carving now for more than 10 years, and back then, though, when I started, then people thought I was a bit cranky. There was no one else teaching spoon carving in the country, and it was like, really, does anyone want to do that? And 10 years later, it's become quite a big thing. So I think that many people feel disconnected by the lifestyles that they're leading. We live such disconnected lives, such kind of digitized lives. Most people spend so much time sat at a screen. I don't know, there's something, my life's actually very simple. I go to work and I make some wooden bowls and or I teach some people how to make some wooden spoons, or I make some tools for other people to do those things. And all those things are pretty simple. And I think that a lot of people crave that simple experience. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that sitting at a desk and moving numbers about is a bad thing. There's a lot of people that need to do those things and do very good work doing those things. But I think that those people often need something to balance that as a hobby. So, that's maybe why a lot of people then go down the gym, and they need to, because we need to use our brains and our bodies. And spoon carving is a way of reconnecting many, many things. So for me, it reconnects you with the most basic human activities of tool use. So making something functional, using very simple tools. You don't need a big workshop. You don't need to go out and buy a bandsaw and a planer thicknesser and a this and a that and the other. Just a few simple tools, an axe and a knife, the wood, the raw material, you go out and you cut it from your hedgerow, or if your neighbour's pruning a fruit tree, then you use that. So it's really using an elemental raw material that we all have around us. And whilst you're doing it, then you're learning about properties of different trees that you see all around you as well. So it's kind of reconnecting you with the environment. It helps you to learn the different trees around you and where they grow and how they grow. And so yeah, I think spoon carving, and the reason for this big spoon carving thing that's going on is just allowing people to reconnect.